So what is photosynthesis? That producers, which are called plants, they prepare food themselves by process called photosynthesis. So yes, you can remember the process by which living plant cells containing chlorophyll, they produce food. What are the food substances they are producing for itself? Glucose and starch, using three things. Basically, the raw materials are carbon dioxide and water, as well as the sunlight energy. Okay, it is releasing the oxygen as a byproduct. So yes, it is preparing glucose and starch. Also, it is releasing oxygen as a byproduct. Now that oxygen is necessary for us. Okay, and also for themselves. Okay, so if you remember, last year we had studied the chapter called respiration in plants. Okay, what is the meaning of respiration?
Breakdown of glucose.
Okay, so it is breaking down of glucose to produce what?
Energy in the form of ATP.
Yeah, so basically respiration is breaking of the starch. Photosynthesis, preparation of starch. Respiration is breaking of starch. So in respiration, you need oxygen. So oxygen is actually released by the plant, and also it is getting utilized by plants itself also. Okay. So for respiration process, you need oxygen. Yes, you can have respiration without oxygen also. I think you know the name, anaerobic respiration. But normally this oxygen is used by the other living organism as well as by the plants for respiration process. Now, I think this is self-explanatory. Now, what is importance? Why you need to have this photosynthesis process by all the plants? So that we get source of energy. So it is a source of energy and food for all living beings. Then we get oxygen, and oxygen is supporting all life on earth, and that's why we can say photosynthesis is a biological process. Okay. Now we have already studied that plants have some pigment called chlorophyll. So we'll understand what is chlorophyll and what is chloroplast. So chlorophyll is the pigment, that is a green color pigment. It is found in plants. Location where, so normally they will be asking you the location as well as they can ask you the function. Always remember chlorophyll is a pigment. Location, it is contained in microscopic cell organelles called chloroplast. So chlorophyll is present in chloroplast. Let's understand chloroplast. So this is the chloroplast. Chloroplasts are minute oval bodies. Okay, they are bounded by double membrane. So you can actually observe that there is two membrane. One is outer membrane and there is an inner membrane. And in their interior, there is something called sacs. Okay, there are some flattened sacs. Okay, they are packed. If you can see, they are packed. So the stack of thylakoids. So if you take one flat sac, that is called thylakoid, and stacks of thylakoids is called as granum. Okay. So where are they lying? They are lying in an aqueous ground substance or colorless ground substance is called stroma. So basically, these are the pair of these are the sac of flattened sacs, okay, which are present in grana. Grana means it's the piles. Okay, so it is a stack. So I hope you understood. So chloroplast is consisting of two membranes, and in these two membranes, there are some thylakoids which are in stack, and the thylakoids are actually lying in the aqueous solution or colorless substance called stroma. Now, where are this chlorophyll present? They are present in the walls of thylakoid. Okay, so we are not studying in depth about thylakoid, but yes, where are chlorophyll? Where is the chlorophyll present? It is present in the walls of the thylakoid. Now, what is chlorophyll? What is the substance? So it is a chemical substance actually, very complicated, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen and magnesium. So if you can see, this is a structure of chlorophyll. So very complicated structure, and this, it is composed of carbon, it's composed of hydrogen. You can see CH3, that means it's like a methyl group. It's an organic compound. Also, if you see, there is a nitrogen as well as magnesium in between. very complicated. So we are not studying in depth about chlorophyll, only this much. Okay. Now, where is this chloroplast present? Now, we have studied that chlorophyll is present in chloroplast. Okay, and chlorophyll is actually lying on the walls in the walls of the thylakoid. Now, where is chloroplast? Now, this has been asked. Huh? This is a question asked in board. Where is chloroplast? So, chloroplast is contained in the mesophyll cells. Okay. So, for example, this is a leaf. If you can see leaf, you try to have a microscopic like microscope and you just see some cells. There is something called epidermis, upper epidermis and lower epidermis. Okay, and we'll study later. There are some palisade cells and spongy cells. Now you just try to view it. So you will be getting a mesophyll cells. Now in this mesophyll cells, okay, just observe there is one chloroplast. Now inside the chloroplast, you can see thylakoids. So if just leaf को मैंने ये किया, okay, microscope में रखा, you are able to see a mesophyll cells. Inside the mesophyll cells, you can see chloroplast, and inside the chloroplast, you can see thylakoids. ठीक है. Also, chloroplast is present in guard cells of stomata. So in stomata, in the guard cells, we'll just check it out in the next slide, and in the outer layers of young green stems. Okay. So whichever plant is green, I think you can understand chloroplast is present in all those parts. Okay, any doubt? Now there are two chlorophylls which are popularly known, that is chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. Now chlorophyll, they absorb light at both end of visible spectrum. What is the spectrum we have with Gior? Okay, so majorly what it does, it is absorbing violet blue as well as it absorbs red light and it reflects green light. Okay, therefore chlorophyll appears green. So if they ask you why chlorophyll appears to be green, because it is reflecting green light. Okay. Now too much light destroys chlorophyll, very highly sensitive. But actually if you don't have light, then there is another issue. It will turn yellow. So if you can see that line, the grass growing in the shade under a stone turns yellowish due to the non-formation of new chlorophyll and due to the disintegration of the older one. So basically chlorophyll is getting utilized, okay, uh, preparing the food. After that, if it doesn't receive the sunlight, the chlorophyll is absent. So if you observe in plants, you will see some yellow color leaves you will be seeing. So you can understand that food has been already made and now there is no provision of getting chlorophyll. Okay. So basically the dried leaves and all, they are all yellowish color. And formation of chlorophyll is depending on the light only. So you cannot have too much light and you cannot have zero light. Okay. Regulation of stomatal opening. Now we already studied that where are the chlorophyll present, chloroplast presence. If you can see here, the chloroplast is present in the guard cells also. This is the stomatal opening. Okay, you can observe there is a chloroplast in the guard cells also. So what is the function of stomata? What is the function? It is actually allowing the passage of carbon dioxide for photosynthesis process. Basically, it is for diffusion of gases. Through this hole, CO2 is getting in and O2 is released. Okay. So when it is dark, they tend to close their openings. Okay. So that water loss is minimized. So basically, when there is a stomatal opening, yes, there is a diffusion of gases, plus there will be loss of water because of transpiration. So like dark, when it is dark, it is closed. When there is light, stomata opens. So transpiration is also occurring along with photosynthesis. So basically transpiration is a price. So plant doesn't want to lose so much water, okay? It wants to retain the water. But because it has to make its own food, it has to open the stomata. And because of stomata opening, transpiration will naturally occur. Okay. The closing and opening of stomata are on account of the movement of water in and out of the guard cells. Like if you have observed, when there is lot of water in the guard cells becomes turgid. We had studied this turgidity in the chapter absorption by roots. Okay. Now when the water is lost from the guard cells will become flaccid. Okay, and it will in turn close the opening. Fine. The guard cells have a thick inner wall facing the opening and thin outer wall on the opposite side. I think you can see it yourself. See, this is the thick part and this is the thin part. The cytoplasm is containing chloroplast. Therefore, it is appearing as green. Okay. Fine. Any doubt?
एक डाउट था.
Yes.
वो जो फोटोसिंथेसिस जो सॉरी वो फोटोसिंथेसिस जो है वो ऊपर ज्यादा रहता है नीचे
लीफ के नीचे ज्यादा होता है. हाँ. Okay, opening and closing of stomata. Now there are some two theories we are going to study. One is potassium ion concentration theory. Second is sugar concentration theory. Okay, so let's understand. So ये मैंने थोड़ा सा as a step by step लिखा है. There is a paragraph written in your textbook. We will just see it also. उसको मैंने step by step लिखा. What happens in during the daylight? Okay, now the chloroplast in the guard cells photosynthesize. Okay, so chloroplast actually it is producing the ATP. So it is producing the ATP. ATP is what? The energy. Now because of this ATP is pumping the potassium ions of adjacent cells into the guard cells. Okay. So बाजू वाले cells का उठा के वो guard cells में potassium ions निकालते हैं. Okay. Now because there are so much potassium ion now in the guard cells, there is a decrease in water potential. Okay, so because of increased concentration, it will make hypertonic. Hypertonic means there is a decrease in water potential. Okay, decrease. Basically, the guard cells will not have water now. Now, what will happen because of this? It will try to get the water from the adjacent cells. So, endoosmosis will take place. Endoosmosis of water from adjacent cell to guard cells will take place. Now, because of that, turgidity will happen. Guard cells will become turgid. And because when it is turgid, the stomata opens. Did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So during the daylight, the chloroplast is producing ATP. ATP is pumping potassium ions in guard cells. And because of that, the concentration becomes hypertonic. And because of hypertonic, there is a less water in the guard cells. And therefore, less water, then endoosmosis will take place. Okay. It will try to bring the water, increase the turgidity and stomata. Now, what happens during night? Can you tell me what will happen? So there is loss of potassium ion by guard cells. Okay, now everything is getting utilized. The energy is very less. So like slowly, the potassium ion quantity will decrease in the guard cells. Okay, so what will become? It will become more hypotonic. So now the potassium ion concentration is very less. So therefore that means there is a lot of solution, water. So because there is lot of water, what will happen? There is an increased water potential. Now these water has to go back to adjacent cells. So it will have exosmosis to the adjacent cell. वो अपने बाजू वाले सेल को water दे देगा. And in return, what will happen? The turgidity will decrease and guard cells will close. The stomata gets closed.
तो मैम कुछ प्लांट्स ऐसे रात को भी स्टोमेटा ओपन रहता है, उनका क्या?
Not necessary that they are open always. Okay. Yes, some of them are open. So normally
जो ओपन रहता है रात को वो डेलाइट के केस में कुछ होता है क्या वैसा?
नहीं.
तो
So basically, I'll tell you one thing. Chloroplast, when it is exposed to sunlight, that time it is producing ATP. Now there is no sunlight at night. What will happen? The chloroplast will not produce ATP. Matlab, you need energy, na? That energy is not there. Then what will happen? The ions will not get generated or will not get pulled from the adjacent cells. Okay. So this is the potassium
तो
ion
फिर
theory.
कोई एडवांटेज नहीं है क्या वो ऐसे खुला
नहीं
है रात को तो फिर
नहीं नहीं.
मतलब सिर्फ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ही छूटता है
Mhm.
या
Okay, so next theory is sugar concentration theory. Now I have not drawn any diagram, but I just wrote some steps. Now guard cell is beginning photosynthesis. Potassium ion will not get pulled. See, the chloroplast, what Sia, you're asking, chloroplast is actually on exposure to sunlight, it is creating ATP. And because of ATP, the potassium ion is getting pulled from the adjacent cell. And because it becomes hypertonic, so it also needs water from the adjacent cells. Therefore, guard cells become turgid. So that is the reason I was talking about pull. Now at night, what will happen? The chloroplast will not produce ATP. So there will be loss of potassium ion. And hence what will happen? Potassium ion is less. The solute concentration will decrease. That means it is having more water. It will try to give away the water to the adjacent cell. ठीक है? Ions इसलिए चाहिए so that it can generate or it can have a concentration. So basically concentration, see there is something called solute concentration. This is sugar solution. Sugar ज्यादा हो जाएगा तो क्या होगा? Sugar ज्यादा हो जाएगा तो क्या होगा? कोई भी चीज में
Endosmosis.
एंडोस्मोसिस will take place. So basically water फिर बाजू वाले से यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. And because that is, so this is one theory. Either it is using potassium ion theory for opening and closing of stomata, or it is using sugar concentration theory. So there is two theory explained, okay, that how stomata is opening and how stomata is closing. Okay. Yes. So iron, okay. So here you are right. Iron concentration, sugar concentration, this is all concentration is happening basically to pull the water. So I need, if I want to open my stomata, I need water in guard cells because it will become turgid, and what will happen? It will open. So basically these concentration are, so any concentration might be happening in any plant, okay? So there is two theory, they have explained what must be happening. So second theory we are talking about that guard cells now itself doing photosynthesis. Now when it is doing photosynthesis, because it has chloroplast, therefore it is having the capability to produce sugar because they have na chloroplast. The sugar produced during this process, they increase the osmotic pressure. It's the same thing I'm talking about. See, if the sugar concentration increases in the guard cells, what will happen? It will become hypertonic. And because it becomes hypertonic, endosmosis will take place. That means water will be getting pulled from the adjacent cell. Same process. Okay. Now, what will happen? The guard cells will become turgid and bulge outward due to their thin wall, and it will open. Now, as the stomata gets open, the diffusion of the gases happens, okay, which is needed for photosynthesis, as well as transpiration is also happening. Okay. So basically, it is what the guard cells become active. Guard cells become active का मतलब है sugar concentration बढ़ गया उसका, osmotic pressure increases, endosmosis होता है, guard cells open, opening of stomata. Okay. अभी क्या होगा नेक्स्ट? क्या शुगर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन कम हो गया, रात हो गई तो फोटोसिंथेसिस हो नहीं रहा है, तो गार्ड सेल्स क्या करेगा? अभी उसके पास और शुगर नहीं रहेगा, तो इट विल बी हैविंग हाइपोटोनिक सोल्यूशन. ना हाइपोटोनिक सोल्यूशन मतलब इट इज हैविंग एक्सेसिव वाटर, इट विल ट्राई टू डू एक्सॉस्मोसिस. एक्सॉस्मोसिस हो जाएगा तो गार्ड सेल्स क्या हो जाएंगे? इट विल बिकम फ्लैसिड एंड स्टोमाटा विल गेट क्लोज. So there is two theory given to explain the opening and closing of stomata. ठीक है. Process of photosynthesis. So normally I just give this diagram just to explain you so what is happening. See the chlorophyll, the leaf is having, like, it is just having chlorophyll, okay, to trap the light. There are three things which is needed from outside. One is light, water, which can be absorbed from the root, and carbon dioxide through the stomata of the leaves. Okay, and the whole process is happening between the mesophyll cells. Okay, if you can see, there are mesophyll cells, palisade cells, and spongy cells. Okay, the whole process is happening here. Okay, what process? Photosynthesis process is happening here. So mesophyll cells are the all cells. Which are the cells? Palisade cells and spongy cells को मिला के बोलते हैं mesophyll cells. So they are the center for photosynthesis process. Light energy is getting trapped. Okay, so upper layer of mesophyll cells में light energy is getting trapped. Now this energy is utilized in the manufacture of food. What are the raw materials which is coming from outside? Water and carbon dioxide. Now carbon dioxide is coming through stomatal opening. Okay, so carbon dioxide enters the leaf by diffusion, a concentration gradient, higher concentration outside and less concentration inside. Now when the leaf is already producing glucose, what will happen? The CO2 is getting utilized. CO2 is getting utilized. Therefore, outside the leaf, there is higher concentration of CO2. So what will happen? Diffusion का property है ना, from higher concentration to lower concentration. So therefore, CO2 will enter the leaf through stomatal pore. Understood? So whenever there is a difference of CO2 gradient, concentration gradient, okay, CO2 will enter. Now if there is no CO2, ऐसा हो नहीं सकता. Yes, there is CO2. If there is no CO2, then मतलब there is less CO2, then CO2 will not enter. Okay.
मैम मैं समझा नहीं वो. ओके 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 सर सर.
So if there is high CO2 level outside, okay, high CO2 is outside, then the leaf, then the CO2 will enter through diffusion, because diffusion is a pressure, it's a process happening from higher concentration to lower concentration. ठीक है?
तो फिर जब CO2 कम रहता है तो फिर क्या करता है?
तो नहीं लेगा ना, स्टोमेटल ओपनिंग नहीं लेगा, इट विल जस्ट रिलीज वाटर.
बस
Why you getting मतलब ये? See, whenever there is a difference of CO2, so if there is a lower concentration of CO2 in the leaf, okay, it will try to take CO2 from outside. Simple logic. मेरे पास कुछ चीज कम है तो ही मैं बाहर जाके सामान लेके आऊंगी ना. That way. I don't need CO2, but मेरे को खाना बनाना है and I need CO2, so I will be taking the CO2 from outside. Now the water from the soil is taken up by the root. You already know absorption by root, and then it is distributed to mesophyll cells. So sent through the stem. How it is sent through the stem? Which is the part of the plant which is actually sending the water to all the parts?
Xylem.
Yes, xylem. So water is going till the leaf through xylem only. Okay. So carbon dioxide is entering, water is entering, I'm trapping the light, and then I can now start the process of making the food. Okay, so क्या है उसका? ये important है, very very important equation. I think you must have done in last year also. 6 CO2 plus 12 H2O take the sun energy. You can write arrow के ऊपर, you can write light energy and नीचे लिख सकते हो chlorophyll. It is giving you C6H12O6. That means it is glucose, and it is also releasing water plus oxygen. Okay, 6H2O, 6O2. Please write this equation 12H2O वाला. Don't write 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O. वो वाला मत लिखना. Try to write this only 12 H2O वाला, because it is also the photosynthesis process is also releasing water. ठीक है? Now there are two main phases of photosynthesis. Something which is happening in presence of light, मतलब sunlight के time पे कुछ तो हो रहा है, that is called photochemical phase, and something which is independent of light, मतलब I don't need sunlight, still it can happen. So it is called dark phase. It doesn't mean कि जब रात हो जाती है तभी ये होता है. No, it means that there is some process which is actually requiring light, and there is some process which does not require light. That's called light independent. तो डार्क फेज या बायोसिंथेटिक फेज बोल के ना उन्होंने थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूज किया है, लाइक यू नो ऐसा लगता है कि वो नाइट को होता है, बट ऐसा कंफ्यूज मत होना. ओके, नाउ व्हाट इज लाइट डिपेंडेंट फेज? तो बेसिकली व्हाट हैपेंस, अभी मेन आ रहा है. नाउ द लाइट रिएक्शन टेक्स प्लेस इन थाइलाकोइड्स. क्लोरोफिल किधर था? वॉल्स पे था ना, थाइलाकोइड के वॉल्स पे. थाइलाकोइड किधर है? क्लोरोप्लास्ट के अंदर. So light reaction takes place in thylakoid. It occurs in two main steps. पहली बात तो वो क्लोरोफिल को एक्टिवेट करना पड़ेगा. तो what will happen? Light उसके ऊपर गिरा. Now that chlorophyll has to get activated. Pigment को activate करना है. Like it is dormant state पे रहता है. जब light गिरती है तभी वो activate होता है. Okay. Now chlorophyll becomes activated by absorbing the photon. ये तो हो गया. Now what will happen? It will start splitting the water. So the water molecule, it will try splitting the water into three things. देखो दिख रहा होगा तुम्हें. You don't have to remember all this, but yes, this one you can remember. It will split into hydrogen ion 4H plus. Then there will be some electrons, and there will be an oxygen gas. Okay. So hydrogen, electron, and oxygen gas. So this is the necessity part. Now what will happen? This splitting of water molecule is known as photolysis. So what is photolysis? It is splitting of water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen in the presence of sunlight and grana. Grana का मतलब क्या है? The stacks in the thylakoids are called grana. So basically ये process किधर हो रहा है? Where it is happening? It is happening inside the grana, okay, of the chloroplast. समझ में आया? So basically it is happening in grana. मैं बाद में बताऊंगी कि कहाँ पे हम लोग. So basically they ask you difference between photochemical phase and dark phase. तो ये बहुत important line है कि ये जो भी process हो रहा है ना light dependent phase, it is happening in grana. grana का मतलब है stacks of thylakoids. ठीक है, अब split हो गया पानी. So there is some hydrogen ion coming out. देखा होगा ना. Now this hydrogen ion is getting picked up by a compound called NADP. Now this is present in plants only. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. Okay, and it becomes NADPH. So NADP is the energy carrier which gets combined with hydrogen and it forms. So this is the stored energy which is needed now by the plant only. So this is the energy which is getting created and getting stored. Okay. Now the oxygen component. Now if you remember, यहाँ पे तीन चीज generate हो रहा है ना, hydrogen, electron and oxygen. So oxygen, so it will come out as ये. And what will happen with that electron? See, 2 electron is getting utilized in that NADP. What about the other 2 electrons? Where are these electrons going? It is converting ADP into ATP. Now, ADP is also present in plant. We also have ADP. If you remember, respiration process in animals, जो हमने किया था 9th में, वहाँ पे ADP एक phosphate मिलता है, and then it gets converted to ATP. Then the energy is getting utilized, and then again it is forming ADP. तो ऐसा पूरा प्रोसेस चलता रहता है. सेम थिंग हैपेंस. द इलेक्ट्रॉन व्हिच इज गेटिंग यूज्ड, ओके, एंड गेटिंग कन्वर्टेड टू एटीपी. ओके, सो नाउ एटीपी विल बी यूटिलाइज्ड बाय द प्लांट्स. इट्स द एनर्जी. नाउ दिस होल प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड phosphorylation. What? Which process? Converting ADP into ATP by adding one phosphate group is called phosphorylation. Okay. And because this process is happening in the presence of sunlight, it is called as photophosphorylation. because light is termed as photons. Okay, the process is termed as photophosphorylation. Okay, we'll be checking the. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's join back. Okay.